It's all covered in today's China Truths.
China now drowns in a cascade of crises that threaten its very foundation. From catastrophic floods overwhelming cities to reservoirs teetering on the brink of collapse, the Chinese people are losing faith in a system that promised stability. Behind the CCP's polished propaganda, a grim truth emerges. Decades of mismanagement and environmental neglect have left the nation vulnerable, with the iconic Three Gorges Dam now at risk from unprecedented rainfall. Today, we expose the hidden realities: raging floodwaters, failing infrastructure, and a society pushed to the edge. Join us as we uncover these stories and the looming threat to the Three Gorges Dam in today's report: a flooded province, Hunnan's relentless deluge. Hunan province has been battered by relentless torrential rains, shattering historical records with their ferocity. The Li River basin, feeding into the vast Dongting Lake system, has seen water levels surge past critical thresholds. Dams like the Jiangnan Power Station, Dongmen Dam, and Sanjiangkou Dam in Ximen County are releasing torrents of water, but the sheer volume is overwhelming. Over 310 reservoirs across Hunan, from Xili County to Changde and Yuanling, face imminent overflow risks. Floodwaters have ravaged communities, submerging homes, destroying businesses, and claiming lives. Social media is flooded with videos showing the Huaneng hydropower station on the Li River completely underwater, its nearby Huan substation teetering on the edge of inundation. A local farmer, Mr. Jiang, shared his anguish. "The power stations are dumping water to save themselves, but it's us ordinary people who pay the price." The Li River's water is spilling over the dam's crest gates. The sluice gates don't even need to open anymore. If this dam collapses, downtown Yuanling will be wiped out. The floods have not only overwhelmed dams, but also breached river embankments. The Li River recorded its worst flood since 1998, with the Sanjishan station upstream reaching a peak of 262 meters, 2.38 meters above the safety threshold, and a flow rate of 7,300 cubic meters per second. Other stations like Liangkou and the Gui River in Yuanling reported record-breaking flood levels, exacerbating the disaster. In Ximen County, torrential rains triggered a devastating flood peak. Shops in the county town were submerged, leaving business owners reeling. A fruit vendor near the Li Bridge, Miss Chen, recounted her loss. "We took out an 800,000 yuan loan to stock our store. The flood hit so fast, within an hour everything was underwater. Our stock worth over 800,000 yuan rotted overnight. We fled to save our lives, but left everything behind. Now we're still paying off the loan with nothing to show for it." Another business, Fruit World Supermarket, lost over 1.5 million yuan, with 1 million in goods and 500,000 in equipment ruined. "Our 1,000 square meter store was completely flooded," the owner said. "We're working around the clock to clean up, but everything touched by the water is unsalvageable." The human toll, lives and livelihoods washed away. The floods have swept through Changdewan, Ximen, and Yuanling counties, swallowing entire towns. In many areas, government rescue efforts were absent, forcing villagers to flee to higher ground. A resident in Xili County posted a desperate video. "The water's been rising for 2 days and it's not stopping. We've moved from the first floor to the second, and now we're preparing to climb to the third." In Hukou Town, Changde City, residents watched in terror as the Li River threatened to breach its embankments, with water already spilling onto nearby streets. In Xili County, where the Li River meets its Laoshan tributary, the damage was catastrophic. A villager explained, "This is the worst flood since 1998. The Li River is being overwhelmed by its tributaries, and we barely saved a section of the riverbank after 400 people worked for 6 hours. The county town is holding, but smaller villages are devastated." Villages in Xili County remain cut off, without water, electricity, or road access. The Jiangnan River Power Station is discharging water at full capacity with gates fully open, sending water plumes 2 stories high. A local warned, "People downstream, take precautions now." The Sanjianggu Reservoir exceeded its warning level, and a temporary footbridge near Ximen's four bridges was obliterated by the flood's force. Debris and rocks carried downstream destroyed the temporary Jiangnan River Bridge, built to support a larger construction project. The bridge collapsed. A resident said, "The debris piled up and the pressure was too much. This flood has crushed us in Yuanling." The Three Gorges Dam, a ticking time bomb. The relentless rainfall now threatens the Three Gorges Dam, China's largest hydroelectric project and a symbol of national pride. Located on the Yangtze River, the dam faces unprecedented pressure as floodwaters from Hunan and neighboring provinces surge downstream. The Dongting Lake system, a critical buffer for the Yangtze, is overwhelmed, with water levels rising due to inflows from the Li, Xiangzi, and Yuan rivers. The Three Gorges Reservoir, already strained by releases from upstream dams like Jiangnan, risks overflow. The Yangtze water level at Yichang, near the dam, hit 55 meters, 3 meters above the alert level, prompting emergency discharges. Experts warned that a failure at Three Gorges could devastate millions downstream, including Wuhan, a city of 11 million. Professor Li Ying, a hydrologist at Tsinghua University, cautioned, "The Three Gorges Dam was designed for a 1,000-year flood, but these rains are testing its limits. Uncontrolled releases from smaller dams are compounding the risk." Social media is rife with fear. If Three Gorges fails, it's not just Hunan, half of China could be underwater. The dam's operation has long been controversial, with its seasonal water management disrupting the Yangtze's natural flow. During wet seasons, it releases muddy water to prevent silting, but this increases downstream flooding. In 2024, a levee breach in Huarong County was linked to excessive releases from Three Gorges, amplifying local floods. Systemic failures, reservoirs as Tofu Dreg projects. Hunan's 4,000 reservoirs built during the 1950s-1970s water conservancy campaigns are a weak link in flood control. Over 3,500 are deemed dangerous due to shoddy construction typical of China's Tofu Dreg projects. "These reservoirs were built by farmers, not engineers," said Dr. Chen Yi, an environmental scholar. "They're crumbling under pressure they were never designed to handle." The CCP's three-tier management system prioritizes dam safety over human lives, with officials evaluated on reservoir stability, not public welfare. During floods, they release water to protect dams, leaving downstream communities to suffer. A contractor in Changde revealed that reservoirs are leased for fish farming and tourism. During dry seasons, they hoard water for profit. But when rains come, they dump it without warning. A road collapse on Provincial Highway 518 in Sealy County halted traffic, with cracks in the road widening to half a meter. Landslides and eroded mud further destabilized the area. "The land itself is splitting," a local engineer said. "We're covering cracks with tarps, but water keeps pouring down the mountains." Dongting Lake, the kidney of the Yangtze, is in critical condition. Decades of land reclamation and sedimentation have shrunk its surface area from 4,200 kilometers in 1949 to less than 2,000 kilometers today. CCP policies like converting lakebeds for farming and fish ponds have created ravines and degraded water quality. The Three Gorges Dam has worsened this, reducing sediment flow and disrupting seasonal water cycles. Studies show a 20% reduction in Dongting Lake's annual surface area since 2003, with eutrophication inside dikes far exceeding natural levels. "The lake can't regulate floods or purify water anymore," said Professor Tong Chanming. "The Three Gorges' clear water storage in dry seasons and muddy discharges in wet seasons have broken the ecosystem. The 2025 floods have pushed Dongting Lake to its breaking point, with 226 dikes struggling to hold back rising waters. Villages below lake bed level face severe risks, as dikes built during the same flawed era as the reservoirs are prone to breaches. A 2024 breach in Honghu County displaced thousands, and locals fear a repeat. The government builds dikes but doesn't maintain them. A villager posted, "We're sitting ducks when the lake overflows." the floods have exacted a brutal toll. In Ximen County, businesses lost millions, with one shop owner lamenting, "Our 800,000 yuan loan is still unpaid, but our inventory is gone. We evacuated in minutes, or we'd be dead." In Sealy County, entire villages are isolated with no power or clean water. A mother shared, "We're rationing food on the third floor, watching the river rise. There's no help coming." Damages across Hunan exceed 2 billion yuan, with recovery timelines stretching years for the poorest households. The CCP's flood response has drawn ire. Relief efforts are often performative, with officials seizing photo ops while neglecting real aid. "They show up for the cameras, then leave us to drown," a Yuanling resident posted. Charity drives face skepticism, with netizens donating 0.01 yuan and commenting, "Why give money to corrupt officials?"
Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. We will keep reporting on the COVID surge in China, so don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell to get the latest videos. And thank you for tuning in.